welcome, Phyllis.
Hello, good morning.
So, we are interviewing our authors that are going to be at the Holiday Book Festival on November 30th from 11 to 5 p.m. in Milford, Michigan at the Kensington Mill Falls event. And Phyllis is one of our 32 authors. So, Phyllis, your book, how do you pronounce the name?
Trenzas.
Okay. Yeah, I got it wrong. I don't have the accent to go in there. Tell us about your book.
Well, it is a conglomeration of fiction and true life. There was a story I wanted to tell, but I didn't want to kind of like didn't protecting the innocent kind of a thing. And
Hmm.
so I got the idea of creating characters and making a fiction story that surrounded all of the emotions and learning that I actually did in my journey. I put all that on a few characters actually.
Very good. Now, what formats is your book available in?
Paperback and also in ebook. And I'm just getting done um, putting together a large print because I've had a couple people ask for it.
Large print. Nice. So, this is your first book,
Yes.
and it came out in May of this year?
Yes.
Awesome. So, give us a little background on who Phyllis is.
Okay. I I'm I'm a mother, a grandmother, a great grandmother. Um, I was widowed 5 years ago, and so that's been kind kind of a lurch into following my writing passion more because it just helped fill the void.
Hmm.
And I was writing before that, but it seemed as though on those nights you can't sleep, you get up and you write. And so that was it was therapy, definitely.
Awesome. So, with this being your first book, do you have like a sequel to it, or do you have other books in mind that you're going to be writing?
I've had a couple people ask about a sequel. No, I don't have a sequel, but I am working on a couple of other projects that one I hope to have for the spring event. So I'll have two
Oh,
books.
okay. Oh, nice. That'll be fun. Um, Now, your background in your bio mentions a Kentucky coal mine roots.
Yeah, my grandmother. Uh-huh.
Oh, nice, nice. Um, will your second book, what kind of genre should we expect in the second book?
Um, Actually, it's a story based on my grandmother. She was
Oh,
13 when she married my grandfather, who was from Mexico working in the coal mines. And she didn't speak any Spanish and he didn't speak any English. And they got married. And she was so fluent in Spanish and cooked so well that I was 12 years old before I realized she wasn't even Mexican. So she has a really interesting life, and I've always wanted to write about it.
oh, wow. That is something that she was so fluent that you didn't realize that she wasn't
No.
Mexican. Wow.
And she couldn't read or write, which she'd
Oh.
come and smack me if she knew I said that. She was very embarrassed by that, but is her ability to pick things up was amazing, considering that she couldn't. Yeah, she wasn't literate.
That is amazing that she learned a whole new language and culture with not being able to read.
Right.
That is incredible. That is quite the brain being able to work through all of that. That is awesome. So you're gonna put together her story sort of into a book, or
I have attempted it a few times, and
Mhm.
there are so many parts that I don't know, because I wasn't around or I just haven't heard all the stories that
Mhm.
I decided I'm going to turn it into a fiction character with her
Ah.
attributes and her history, because I couldn't do her justice with all the missing pieces that I don't know about.
Yeah, that's where I know it's amazing as you get delving into family history
Mhm.
and trying to put the pieces together, and then all of a sudden you come across something and you go, "Hmm, I didn't know that."
Yeah. And I've taken creative license in what I have
Mm.
started, but I it's become more creative license than truth. So I was like, this is a fiction story.
Yeah. Well, that's good. Also, in your bio, it says that you're a writer of poetry. Any plans for a poetry book down the line?
um there's a couple. One, I grief is the best inspiration for poems, and I have a collection that I've written for my husband, um after he had passed away, and it deals with not just losing your spouse, but just
Hmm.
grief in general. How we there's no do overs in death, and there's a lot
Yeah.
of regret. Mhm.
So, with your stories, and um, are you a plotter? Do you have like an outline that you work from, or are you more pantser where you just write whatever comes to mind?
I have tried both,
Okay.
and I I fly by the seat of my pants, pretty much. Yeah.
Awesome. Um I for one am one that really just I've tried the outline thing and it
Mm,
just doesn't work for
no.
me either.
Mm.
So your book is going to be in the book cover contest. Do you have a copy of that
Yes.
book cover with
Hmm.
you?
Oops. There we go.
Awesome. Now, who designed your book cover?
It started with a grandchild and a daughter. Well, one of my granddaughters actually designed it.
Oh, nice.
Hmm. Yep. I have another one who's going to school for art graphics, so they kind of got together and designed it for me.
Very good. Now that looks like a pretty thick book. How many pages do you have in there?
It's 400, 416.
So it's a bit of a read. It's gonna take them a while to get through the book. Well, good, because when they get done, they can get your second one when it comes out.
Mhm. I have the feedback I have was been I can't put it down. I read it in 2 days. I so that's been good to hear. That's always what you want to hear. So yeah.
And I also saw in the reviews you put in a Spanish translation glossary in the book?
Yes, there's a lot of growing up it's Spanglish, you speak
Mm,
English and Spanish together. I'm not fluent in Spanish, but my parents
okay.
were and my husband was. And
Ah.
so, but growing up, there's just phrases you automatically say in Spanish. And so when
Mhm,
I was writing, because it is that culture, um, I would say those words and I'd
mhm.
go back and put them in English. But I realized I was losing the flavor of the culture. So I
Ah.
decided to put the words in, but I hadn't decided what to do about it because people wouldn't understand what they were. Put put the translation in parentheses or whatever. And one of my beta readers suggested I put a glossary in the back, so that's what I did.
Perfect. Yeah, because some of those words you just kind of when you're looking at it going, what is that?
Right.
Awesome. So do you have these interviews will probably hit the YouTube and Facebook feeds somewhere in October. So do you have any events that you are doing between October and November?
Yes, I have a reading at the Allen Park Library on September 16th, and I'll be in the Allen Park Made in Michigan festival September 20th and 21st,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Hope Lutheran Church Craft Show October 26th, and
Mm.
then with you in Milford on November 30th.
Awesome. Great. Great variety of events. Uh, and then you're also going to be, which her video will probably come out first.
Okay.
You'll be doing the reading over on Indie Reads. So you'll be actually reading a portion of your book there. So that will be interesting. And you're going to be reading at the event in November so people can get a flair for your book and to pick up a copy. Um, there, you'll be one of 32 authors, so a great variety of books that will be there. And I look forward to meeting you in person.
As do I. I look forward to meeting the other authors as well.
Yeah, we have a great variety. When interviewing, you really get a real taste of exactly how big of a variety that we have, and I'm happy with our large variety.
Hmm.
So I will see you in November. Thanks for
All
being
right.
on.
Great. And I have great merch to take with me in
Oh,
November.
oh, nice! You've got a bag.
So
Awesome.
my daughter made all that for me. So yeah.
Oh, wonderful!
Mhm.
Can't
So
wait to
yep.
see it all.
All right. It was
See you.
nice chatting with you.
Yes, very nice chatting with you.